For example, and I will add another indicator, which if I found another indicator, I will put here and put weight. Next, please. Then, indicator weights after statistical processing, after consulting the expert, I will put this number. Then, next, please. Then I will put timeline, I will make timeline with using acceleration rule to know in the future if there are political proximity, distance or gap. Next, just this one for chapter 5. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
I am happy, thank you.
You need to have the word thank you there somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And, that's good. So the time is.
Okay,
is
they are very important information, yearly finding. The relationship between China and Saudi Arabia, growth, not growth.
Yes.
Better than Egypt and Jordan.
Good. Yeah. Yeah.
I think Egypt because the political not sustainability in the past. Jordan, I think, still domination with, under the United States.
Okay.
And thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm going to give a couple of feedback. Anyone has any questions first? Comments, question? What do you think about? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Anif.
What do you mean voting? Is it the election?
What?
The voting.
Voting?
Is it the election?
Yeah. But in the United Nations.
Oh, United Nations.
Yeah.
So countries inside the
United Nations.
the same ocean style.
The same ocean?
The same motion style.
Voting.
Voting. Yeah.
No, same electric. How I can explain?
You gotta explain. How to explain it? Yeah.
Same election in the party.
Yeah.
For example, there are election in the party in China.
In different countries inside, they have.
Yeah, so much country, all world, I think. Without, I think, Korea, South Korea.
North Korea.
North Korea. And, no, Syria inside. Just all the world meeting and voting any new decision. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
What do you understand?
But maybe I think maybe the procedure seems to be similar, but.
Okay, you might not understand what Samir is saying. What do you understand from what Samir is telling you? Well, Hanif, you understand what? This is an important point, by the way.
Yeah, it's like in the United Nations.
United Nations.
There is an election. For example, if Saudi makes a decision, so they make voting.
Voting about this decision.
How many support the Saudi?
Yeah, exactly.
But what decision? What kind of
All decision. I will take all decision in the United Nations from 2002 until 2022. Yeah. Because I need comparative after and before. After 2013 and before. Yeah. For example, this one. You can see this resolution. Talk about, I don't know, maybe talk about save the children.
Okay.
Maybe talk about the save the children. China say yes. Jordan say yes. KSH say yes. Egypt say yes. USA, for example, say no. I need to take voting patterns.
Voting.
Voting.
Voting, yeah. Oh.
I think the accent
Yeah.
voting.
Voting.
In my school, tell me voting.
Okay.
Maybe different between British and America.
Okay, maybe. But it's not voting, it's voting. Voting, yeah.
So, for example-
it's vote. V-A-U-L-T. Vote.
Water and water.
Water and water is different, yeah.
water.
This is
Maybe.
voting, yeah. Okay. Any question? Chimi, understand what it means? What is? Not just.
Let me ask question.
Can I,
Lambi, go ahead.
can I explain?
Okay. It's important that you
no.
explain.
For example, this resolution talking about save the children, for example, or talking about the culture, rule.
This is very much
Okay.
IR, by the way.
Now we
IR.
should be voting
State player.
or voting. China say yes. Jordan, for example, say yes. USA say no. Maybe Japan say no. Maybe absent. Maybe
Abstain.
absent. Abstain.
If you say abstain,
Abstain,
it sounds
that-
like he did not attend.
Abstain.
Abstain.
Abstain. You mean abstain, hidden or objective?
Abstain meaning decide not to vote.
Not to vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Abstain. If you
I
say
said
absent meaning
Absent. I mean absent, hidden, not coming to the.
Oh, that's absent. That's absent. That's absent.
Because this one inside the decision,
Absent.
they are absent. They are choose absent.
Absent. That's
Yeah.
You see, abstain.
No, they are absent. Absent.
Abstain is that word too. Abstain is the word. Abstain. Abstain. Abstain.
This mean
Do not vote.
do not vote.
Do not
I
vote.
mean not coming.
They cannot come or don't vote, meaning they don't vote. Abstain. If absent, meaning they are not present. So they, for instance, China might be present, and China usually, for instance, China for Israel case, right?
Yeah.
The West usually support Israel. China will abstain, meaning they do not support. They do not.
Because China take the
neutral
stake
stand,
in the middle.
Yeah, middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Abstain. Yes,
Same Saudi Arabia now,
Yeah.
between, the comparative between the relationship between United States and China.
China. Yeah. Okay. Or Russia case. There a lot of abstain.
And Russia.
Yeah, Russia.
Take the stake from the middle.
Middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you understand now what? Okay. So afterwards we will need to explore that. It's good that you are asking because the practice of Samir's answering can be part of the process during the committee's questioning. So Samir explains is an important part of the practice, right? Lambin, you have something to ask us now.
No, I know China.
It's okay to have a translator. Yes.
No problem. I understand. No, let him try.
China 一带一路怎么说
Belt
I know.
Itaniru is BRI.
Belt and road.
BRI. I
BRI,
know. I
yeah,
know
yeah.
China. But why 政治怎么说 ？Political 什么关系呢？
It means your main topic is about Belt and Road Initiative, but
Again,
your case study
please.
your case is about only political in your title.
What? Again?
He means Belt and Road is a kind of economic.
Yeah, it's not a political.
Economic.
Yeah, okay.
But case study of political. So,
Okay.
Good one. It's a good question.
Okay. Good.
Good question there.
Look, there are many theories talking about the relationship between the country.
两国之间的关系有很多种关系。
Okay. For example, the liberalism.
A theory.
A theory.
Yes.
This liberalism talking about if there are economic relation between me and you, if they are political, if they are economic relation between me and you, that's mean normally the political relation distance, not gap.
就是如果咱们两个还有 economic 经济的利益的话，那我们政治关系、政治利益上应该也是绑定的，而不是有 gap。
Okay, you understand?
So maybe political relation basic or foundation is
No, the economic relation the basic.
No, economic.
The economic making good relation in political.
经济基础决定的，就经济
那
是根本。
也就是说，就 China is very strong 了，然后所以你只要跟哪个跟中国好
Very
的
what?
国家就会更好
The。China very what?
China very strong.
Very strong. But China and liberalism, China needs Saudi Arabia because China needs the fuel, petrol, gas, and Saudi Arabia needs China. Okay, the relationship.
阿拉伯国家因为需要能源，他们也需要中国。
No country
Mutual interest.
no country can't live alone. Malaysia can't,
Malaysia cannot.
Jordan.
Truly Asia.
Yeah.
Malaysia truly Asia. So Chinese, Indians,
Okay.
Malays.
For example, you can live alone. You can live alone. You can live alone.
独立独自一个人，nobody 就没有一个国家和没有一个个人可以独立生活，都是相互需要的。中国
I know.
fuel
Yeah.
gas.
This is the relationship between economic relation and political relation.
它就是说经济基础嘛，因为我们经济上有互惠的利益，所以说政治上有联系。
Whenever there's economic engagement, the politically they come closer as well.
Distance.
讲过经济就是经济上面越需要，政治上面会越靠近。
And that's what US wants to do all this while. America, that's their strategy, a big strategy. When there is no, it doesn't lead to political proximity, the military will come in. That's what America does.
No, this one. No, now we are not in the past.
Even now they do that. They still send people, and Biden bombed Pakistan, right, using drones.
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Right? What, within 2 months they sent drones to kill some Pakistanis, right? They do military. So US strategy, when economic engagement doesn't work, send the military. That's US strategy, very clear and cut, you know. Japan doesn't want to listen, put nuclear bomb. Right? Bomb Hiroshima, Nagasaki, we bomb them. Teach them a lesson. Yeah, that's why North Korea wants to have nuclear bomb. They want to protect the country, right, North Korea? Because, you know, if you're not good with the US, you better have nuclear bomb. Right? Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to... Lambin?
日本有这个计划，然后搞了原子弹炸弹，如果你朝鲜非要搞原子弹炸弹。
Yung nuclear bomb. How do you say in Mandarin, nuclear bomb?
Nuclear 原子弹。
原子弹. Okay.
You know why sometimes use the power? Because the strong country, for example, United States, use the power under terrorism.
Terrorism. It's
Yeah.
a lie. It's not true.
For example, I tell you under.
Yeah. The biggest terrorist country have two. Israel, US. The biggest US country.
Sure.
State terrorism, they go and bomb people, kill people, use chemical weapon. Before Saddam Hussein, US used Agent Orange on the Vietnamese, right? They kill Vietnamese using the biggest terrorist state in the world is United States.
Every year they celebrate.
Every year they celebrate. Yes, sir. I just want to share some thoughts. Good question, Anil. Okay. Number of things I want to say. First of all, in Hanif, the voice is not strong. Whenever, according to Samir and whoever last time they said, when I stand, can you check the voice?
Yeah.
Is the voice okay?
But I think okay.
Check.
Where is the mic? Need the mic.
Yeah.
Just put the on the table. Just
线
put
不
on
够
the
长
table.
吧？
Last time in the other room, I sit here close to.
给他举了。
Yeah, remember in that room, so the next room. So I should be sitting closer to this part. This is good. Okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. A bit bright, okay. Samir, this is when you start, have, breathe in, breathe out. You were like, you're like puffing a bit, right? Puffing and puffing a bit. So, start with, breathing, relax, it's okay. It's just people, but it's normal to feel a bit anxious, normal. If there's no anxiety, it's bad. Right? If there's no stress, it's bad. High stress is bad too. You want to have moderate stress. So breathe in. Now what will help? What will help? Any presentation from the beginning, right? Especially people usually get stressed at the beginning of the presentation. So have a line or 2 lines or 3 lines that you kind of memorize, you kind of normal opening, right? So I have a few methods I usually use, right? So, how are you today? You can start with that. I'm fine. Okay. Have you had breakfast yet? You can do that, right? Or that's one way. Or I can start with a quote, right? Henry Ford once said, right, "Coming together is the beginning. Staying together is progress. Working together is success." So my presentation is about what? So you start with a quote, yeah? Or it can be Quranic quote, it can be hadith, whatever quote, whatever that makes you calm and connects with the people. So I think you have no problem with that. But just now you were a bit stressful at the beginning, so don't worry about it.
Anyone.
Sure, yeah, sure. But he is just among us, just us, right? After that, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's why in the presentation is the beginning that you want to make it smooth, so that becomes much more impactful, and then the stress doesn't carries on to the next stage of your presentation. So that is important. The seating arrangement, when you do it in our meeting room, you'll be sitting closer to the board, right? So that is good. What you want to do is actually, if you need to, you can stand like you did just now. That's good because you can explain, right? You can do it. You can stand and explain, or make sure you have the eye contact with people as much as possible. Right? As much as possible. I know that sometimes you read, when you read, but then you also have eye contact from time to time, right? Just to make sure that these are small things, but usually it can make a big difference. Let me see. All right. This is your first slide. This is first slide, right? So maybe you want to put somewhere here to say research findings presentation. Yeah. Or in your beginning, you say my presentation will focus more on the research findings, right? Because it's your research findings, research progress, right? So the evaluators will know. Welcome back from Singapore, right? Right. The evaluators will know that the focus of your presentation is on the findings, which you did just now, right? Which you did, okay?
But I think I remember that I'm talking about this early finding in the first.
Yeah, early findings. Yes.
I'm talking.
Yes.
I remember that. I'm talking.
Okay. I say put it somewhere here so that people know. use the word early findings. That's important. Yeah, because it's not all the findings yet. It's early findings. Right, okay. Let's go to your next slide. Let's go to the next slide. Right. Thank you. All right. Here is where I think a number of things you need to do. If you have this, you got to explain that. What do you mean Old Silk Road, right? And what do you mean by the open door policy? And then the year 2013 is actually important year, right?
Yeah.
2013
Yeah,
important year.
President Xi Jinping President Xi Jinping.
Yeah. 2013 there, right? So right. So you need to put the 2013 date there,
Okay.
right? So if you have the open door policy begin, this is you need to explain that. But if you do not have, you do not have to explain, right? Because this is introduction. The Old Silk Road, you also need to explain it. You put this in, right? You didn't just a sentence to explain it, right? So it doesn't have to be in here, but it's on your own notes, right? So you explain it, right? China's national growth. So again, this one we have something here. You will need to explain as well, right? So okay, next slide. Might just go back to that one. With visual, right? You want to make sure that they can read all these things. It is a bit too small.
I think I will this one just to know what's the silk and what's the road.
Okay.
Because the silk on the ocean or on the sea. The road on the earth.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So when people work, if you put on this one, maybe you can redo this, make it bigger or something like that. Make it bigger. Just retype this one, make it bigger, so that if you want to use this
this could be best. I think make it bigger. I will check.
Yeah, you don't just draw another box here,
Okay.
and then explain that, right? Okay, this is an important thing to know. The word, you need certain keywords you must be able to pronounce correctly. So initiative, and this is by the way wrong spelling there. Right? Belt and road, R is already initiative, right? So you don't need that word there, right? So you want to get somebody to go through your slides, make sure that the wordings are okay. So this is Silk Road and land and sea. So what do you mean there? So just check the grammar there. Right? So initiative, the word is initiative. But by the way, BRI, the I there is already initiative, so you don't put initiative anymore. Unless you spell it out, yeah, spell it out is fine. That and go initiative. Okay. Now problem statement. You do have a number of problem statement. So when you have problem statement like this, you say many academics believe that expanding economic context and cooperation, blah 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 blah. Put a reference here, a citation. You're referring to many academics, right?
Okay.
And that was the part that Landin was asking just now. Belt and Road Initiative is economic, not political, right? But why is there a connection there? But this is based on the theory, based on what scholars have been saying, right? Whenever there's an economic context and cooperation, there will be some political tension or political connections that lead to closeness and proximity and all that, right? Small numbers of studies look, and majority have focused on the economic joint task consequences. Okay, so here again, when you say small number of these studies, put a reference there, right? Put a reference, just some citations there. So it should be a reference here, should be a reference there. Yeah. Okay. The next one. by the way, you have a number of problem statements. Can I see how many problem statement slides you have? 2, 3, 4, 5.
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is what you can do. 1/4. 2/4. Okay. And you can put N here, and if not, what's called the overall improvement in economic relationship? So, economic relationship. Again, if you can put if not again, or more, if not, because you're saying, if not, what is stopping it, right? If not, what is the problem? What is the so these are good problematizing statements, but then you have it in question. Yeah? Now, since this is problem statement, right? You want to rephrase it from questions out there, down there, from questions into statements. Otherwise, it looks like your research question. This one, okay? It is not difficult. It's just like the main problem. This is finally kind of a central question. The general whether the from the central the general so rephrase it into question. So the question can be to see the main problem stands from the broad and central question on the connection between general development. You want to see the connection between, right? So instead of phrasing a question, so that likewise this one you want to change it into question as well. Just a statement. Remember, it's a problem statement, right? It's not too difficult, right? So you can say something like this: if political distance between China and other religions has shrunk, this study is interested to know what are the reasons for this. Okay? This study is want to explore, something like that, right? So it's just reversing it into a statement. Okay. This is okay. This is good. Right. Let's go to the next one. Okay, you have the word must here. Such problematic questions. That's a bit of a language issue there. Replace that into in order to address these questions, right? All right. Which must more comprehensive. Yeah, this study. There is a need. There's a need to adopt or to understand or to adopt. Instead of adopt, to understand, or to identify, to understand. Okay, identify, understand the quantitative indicators of political and the bulk of this activity. Okay. To identify and understand about that. To identify and understand. The reason we do not want you to use must is that evaluators or the readers might say, well, it's not a must. You can study it in a qualitative way too, but it's not a must. But usually there's a need. Yes, there's a need, right? But it's not a must. There's a need for it, right? Any hasty conclusion to judge Chinese? Right. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Overall, you need to get somebody to just read through word by word, right? Because there are some spelling errors as well. I will point out to the ones I saw. Right. Going back up there. Sorry, I missed out something. Use the word predicting somewhere there. Predicting, okay. And a basic pillar for predicting. Instead of using predicting, you use the word charting. To charting their possible future. So you're not making a commitment about how the future will look like, how a possible future will look like. Right? So many possible futures and possible future. In fact, you can use S there as well. You can use charting the possible future. Put a bracket S. No, as in the word, the letter S. Right? Letter S. Bracket letter S. Yes, futures. Yeah.
Wow.
So somewhere in you do forecasting too, right? Forecasting.
Yeah.
You do forecasting too, right? As a consultant, you do forecasting. Right. So in forecasting, in future studies, we talk about possible futures.
Yeah.
So under this scenario, this is a possible future. Under this scenario, this is a possible future. So that's why we use the word futures,
Yeah.
right? So futures, and then in that way, we are not locking ourselves and committing ourselves. This is going to happen now. It's a possible future out of so many futures, right? So that's the language we are using now, and it helps. So when you do the formula later on, you talk about this is a possible future or probable future, right? Okay. Right. Let's go to the next one. There, go. Research questions. Praise the Lord. Study has developed some questions. Some questions developed the following questions. The rest, you cancel the rest. The following questions. The following questions, the rest. Okay. Based on the problem statement above, this study has developed the following question. What are the economic changes before and after the introduction of BRI and MENA? Okay. The word MENA has been introduced out there.
MENA, Middle East,
Yes,
North
North
Africa.
Africa. Have you introduced it out there?
I think not yet.
Just check again. If you have not, make sure you introduce it well. Maybe not yet, I'm not sure if it. I know because we discussed it there. So you want to, well, no. Yeah, you want to put the word MENA here somewhere. If you're using the word MENA. Otherwise, we would think that it's a name of a person. Name of a lead. Yeah? It's a title, yeah. The title is
But MENA, can it write in the capital?
Yeah.
Capital account.
Yeah. But it's okay, there's no problem with that. Alright, here, is there transformation? So, are there transformations? So, instead of are there, if your research question is an is or are research question, right? Then answer is yes and no. But that's not what you want to have. What are the transformations? What are the transformations?
In the past, there are what are transformations.
Yeah?
Then we change it to is there transformations.
Okay, and then it should be what are the transformations?